On December 19th of 2005, me and two other guys took off in a Humvee at night. One thing I didn't see that night was a tripwire stretched across the road. When my front tires hit it, it detonated a roadside bomb large enough that when it hit my door, it threw this 9,000-pound armored Humvee flying through the air and landing in a canal running adjacent to the road. It was all news to me to find out that I lost my left leg above the knee. There was a huge hole in my jaw. My arm was taken off immediately. And I found myself in this depression. The worst part of this depression was I was in this stage of denial for a long time. That was 5 years of not being the person that I wanted to be. But it was being active. It was getting out, challenging myself that had to happen. And that's what No Barriers does.
No Barriers is a growing organization, and for us here in the Carolinas, there are a lot of veterans that have been touched by various losses and post-traumatic stress, and not just veterans, but individuals as a whole. And they help individuals that have these kind of obstacles to overcome them, and then it leaves the rest of us realizing that there's nothing we can't overcome.
This evening is the big gala where we support our veterans, specifically No Barriers and the good work that they do.
And hopefully with the support that we offer here, they can become a real force.
The whole idea of helping individuals one person at a time, I think, is very powerful, and they're looking to each individual to find within him or herself the strength to move on.
You know, with any organization, nothing happens without sponsorship and funds. That's what's going to keep this going, because there's going to be generation after generation of men, women, and children that are going to need what No Barriers has to offer.
Well, I was serving in Afghanistan as Command Sergeant Major, and we started taking mortar fire. A round landed about 10 feet from where I was standing. It actually picked me up and threw me about 30 feet and slammed me into a concrete bunker. So that ended my 27-year Army career that day. So a friend of mine knew I was having a hard time with this transition, this new life, if you will, and he called me and said, "Hey, I just went on this great hike with this organization called No Barriers, and this might be good for you." And when I was interviewing, I told him everything that was wrong with me. I said, I'm deaf, I have a traumatic brain injury, I have PTSD, I have a right side weakness. And they go, well, you're exactly what we're looking for.
We're here to raise money for No Barriers. I quickly learned that they're an organization that walks their talk. You know, they're people of commitment and character and great compassion. And so I see that, and it draws me into that group, because that's the kind of person I want to be.
We started No Barriers based on this belief that people need transformative moments that remind them of their core purpose and remind them that despite the barriers in their way, they can get through them.
This basically takes people from all walks of life and abilities and empowers them to overcome obstacles, kind of fight through adversity, most important, kind of give back to the world.
One of our elements, we talk about a rope team. It's a concept taken from the mountains, because you're actually roped together with the people around you when you're climbing. And we're saying, look, we are all part of the same rope team. And we've got to unite and come together, because the similarities that we have are way more powerful and profound than the differences that we have.
What's in you is stronger than what's out there. And by changing my life through No Barriers, through contributions, through donorship, through sponsorships, the ripple effect is now I'm not a statistic. I'm now able to have a relationship with my family, my daughter, my husband, and now I'm able to give back.